The Hayastan All-Armenian Fund is 25 years old. It's been operating ever since Armenia regained its independence, and has walked arm in arm with the country on the difficult path of forging a new history. Through it all, the fund, as a sincere friend of Armenia, has left behind a legacy of goodwill. Hundreds of kilometers of roads traversing the mountains and valleys. Scores of pipes transporting water to quench the thirst of people and the land. Schools, kindergartens, and hospitals, accentuating a new quality of life. Apartments and private houses that are more than mere accommodations, affording many the chance to live dignified lives. In this way, for 25 years, the Hayastan All-Armenian Fund has steadfastly stood with the people of Artsakh struggling for freedom. It has cared for and assisted those whose lives were tossed asunder by the 1988 earthquake. It has partnered with and supported communities in need of development and a better life. Construction on the Vartanis-Martaket highway, linking Armenia and the northern region of Artsakh, began in 2014. With the participation of Armenians worldwide and investments from the governments of Armenia and Artsakh, the aim of this project was to guarantee Artsakh's security and to spur development of its economy, trade, and tourism. Starting along the Lake Sevan Basin, this 114-kilometer highway stretches across the Artsakh districts of Karfachar and Nor Shahumyan, all the way to Drumbon, where it then bisects the north-south highway and rises towards Martakert, approaching those communities that suffered during the 2016 four-day war. The first support to reach residents of the villages of Mataghis and Talish, who withstood Azerbaijani shelling, was transported along this road. This road inspires confidence in the soldiers tasked with keeping our borders impregnable. The All-Armenian Fund immediately responded when fighting broke out in April 2016. Fund affiliates in France, Brazil, Great Britain, Greece, and Toronto, Canada, organized targeted fund drives and got vital aid to Artsakh's health sector in the form of medicines, medical equipment, and ambulances. Fund resources also went to assist those adversely affected by the war, the needy, families of soldiers killed, etc. Money also went to repairing ruined infrastructure. The Fund's USA Western region organized a special Assistance to Artsakh telethon in Los Angeles. A telephone marathon was conducted in Brazil for the same objective. Despite the difficulties as a result of the four-day war, life continued throughout Artsakh. The projects of the fund also continued as before, serving as a special message of resilience to the enemy and the entire world. There is one reality. This land is ours. We do not get frightened, nor do we run away. We are attached to this land and will remain here.
Մենք ցույց ենք տալի մեր թշնամիներին, որ մենք ոչ վախեցող ենք, մենք ոչ փախչող ենք.
In May 2016, new community centers in the Mushkapat and Garmir Shuka villages opened its doors with great pomp and circumstance. This multifunctional building, housing the office of the village mayor, a library, computer hall, and first aid unit, is the 13th such center built in Artsakh. Construction of another 6 community centers was launched last year. In the Askeran community of Ivanyan, contributions have come from the Toronto Armenian community. Armenians in France have contributed to community centers in the Martaget village of Getavan, in the Martuni village of Sargsashen, and the Hadrut villages of Tumi, Tagaser, and Kuratagh. All projects enjoy co-financing by the Artsakh government. In 2016, the All-Armenian Fund carried out projects to build and renovate educational institutions in Artsakh and Armenia. In Stepanakert, the capital of Artsakh, the Fund's U.S. West Coast office, with co-financing from Jerry Turpanjian and the Artsakh government, began work to renovate the Hovannes Tumanyan No. 9 school. Work to build a new school in the Martuni village of Sos is underway with generous donation from Turpanjian. With donations from Toronto Armenians, the school in Mataghis, which they had originally built and was later destroyed in the April 2016 fighting, has been rebuilt. The kindergarten in the Askeran community of Ivanyan is also a gift of Toronto Armenians.
ունի միայն ու միայն երկու բարդականություն։
The diaspora has only two obligations. A diasporan Armenian can either enter the trenches to defend this land, or they can build schools, community centers, hospitals, or provide water. Two such kindergartens are being built in the Askeran community of Noragyur and the Shushi community of Karintak, with donations from Armenians in Argentina, Greece, and Cyprus. With contributions from the fund's U.S. Eastern region, the Tchaikovsky Music School in Yerevan has been completely renovated. Armenian President Serge Sargsyan, other top state officials, and East Coast office representatives were on hand for the school's grand reopening. Due to the fund's extensive program, pupils at the Tchaikovsky Music School began the academic year in well-lit and modern classrooms. They bear the names of 8 diasporan Armenian benefactors who donated to the fund. The largest concert hall has been named in honor of George Andrew Grigorian from the U.S. It was due to the will that he left that this memorable project was achieved. Last September, pupils at Armavir's Nalbanyan Village School started the academic year in a totally renovated building. It was a gift from Armen and Berjuhi Nalbanyan from Canada. We are very pleased. It's beautiful. We saw what it was like before. It's beautiful now. We expect the pupils to learn better. They are our future. With contributions from Mr. and Mrs. Harach and Mary Surenian from Argentina, the school building in the Melik village has been renovated. A computer classroom has been created with donations raised by the youth wing of the fund's Argentinian affiliate. The Terzian family from Argentina funded the construction of a gymnastic complex in the Tavush village of Kachardzan. As long as the youngsters, the little ones, use it, exercise, and be successful, I don't know what else. Hovsep Tahta from Argentina continued his project to technically refurbish Armenia's national library, donating another 10 computers and 1 super server. With assistance from HSBC Armenia Bank, a sewing and design classroom has been created at Yerevan's No. 8 special school for children with severe speech impediments. Armenians from France have furnished the Orut village school in Lori province. The fund's Great Britain affiliate has launched construction of a new kindergarten in Aksk. Armenians from Great Britain have also provided kids in the Tavush village of Baghanis with school supplies. Armenians from France have provided scholarships to graduates of Azatamut who have been accepted to college. Armenians from Argentina have done the same for students from the community of Kachardzan. The fund's U.S. West Coast office provided school supplies to pupils in Armenia and Artsakh. French-Armenian Richard Ohanessian made an important investment in Artsakh's healthcare sector in memory of his parents Vartan and Koharik Ohanessian. With co-financing from the Artsakh government, it built a tumor treatment center. The building is in direct contact with the Republican Medical Center, which greatly facilitates the work of physicians. For the second year, the hospital in the town of Noyemberyan hosted specialists from the Glendale Adventist Medical Center in California. They examined, diagnosed, and treated hundreds of patients from the provinces of Tavush and Lori for 5 days.
Armenia Fund are our partners, and we work so closely together. It's like we're one unit because we deliver the medical supplies and they do all the logistics. Armenia Fund makes it easy.
Glendale Adventist specialists come to Armenia on their own initiative, with assistance from the fund's U.S. West Coast branch. The Medical Correspondence Course project continued, allowing for ongoing training of health workers in Armenia and Artsakh. The fund's Switzerland affiliate and a group of Argentine-Armenian benefactors allocated equipment to the Gyumri Children's Home. With a donation from Daniel Yusefian from Argentina, 4 newborn incubators and childcare monitors were gifted to the Mother and Child Healthcare Center in Artsakh and the Otavik Childcare Unit. In 2016, construction of private houses for families with 5 or more children started in Artsakh. Families already live in 13 houses, and 3 will be allocated to their new owners in the coming months. Another 15 are under construction. All the houses are furnished and will have water, electricity, and sewer systems. In a word, all has been done to afford families a decent life. The Apartments for Homeless Families in Gyumri project continued in 2016. Initiated by the fund's U.S. Western Office, the project is supported by the ARTN and Shant TV stations. 27 Gyumri families living in temporary housing have been given apartments in the town's Mush and Ani neighborhoods. The apartments were furnished and appliances have been installed. They have their own heating systems. Special telethons were organized in Los Angeles in 2014 to 2015 for the project, and individual benefactors made generous donations. For the 3rd year, the entire proceeds of the Pan-European Telethon were allocated to this project by the fund's affiliate in Germany. The delegation from the Hauts-de-Seine department in France has signed an agreement with the Tavush provincial government to allocate 500,000 euros annually to agricultural and animal husbandry development projects in the province. The fund's affiliate in France will kick in another 300,000 euros yearly. This is a very efficient initiative, tasked with providing work and income possibilities to Tavush residents. The Himna Tavush Development Fund, launched by the Hauts-de-Seine department and the All-Armenian Fund, has already completed development projects in 20 villages in the province. 4,750 families, some 20,000 individuals, have benefited as a result. In the Tavush community of Baganis, 2 projects have been completed at once, with contributions from the Devegian, Exergian, and Shimshiroglu families of Argentina. A water pipe has been installed, allowing for the irrigation of 25 hectares of land. With support from Joren Mororian and Carlos Potigian from Argentina, 4 greenhouse operations were created. Argentine Armenians have built greenhouse operations in 10 Tavush border villages. Armenians from Australia have funded 2 greenhouses in the community of Khacharzan, with contributions from the Galchian, Terzian, and Avakian families of Argentina. The inner water supply system in Khacharzan has been rebuilt. The Anak family funded the creation of a park. 3 public WCs are under construction on a parcel adjacent to the St. Razanchetsot's church and adjacent to churches in Tativank and Amaras, with financial assistance from the fund's Toronto branch. In the Shirak community of Bavra, a buckwheat reprocessing plant has been created with donations from Argentine Armenians. U.S. Western Region affiliate allotted shoes to village residents in Tavush and Lori provinces. With funds from Armenians in France, Germany, and Brazil, Syrian Armenians have received social assistance. The fund paid for heart surgery operations for 5 Syrian Armenians, who have resettled in Armenia. Resulting from the collaboration of Harant Tumasian in the U.S. and the fund's U.S. Western Region, injured war veterans in Artsakh have received specially outfitted cars and electric wheelchairs. Those more seriously injured have received necessary care items. One of the oldest projects of the fund has continued, giving subsidies to children of war veterans killed on the borders of Artsakh and Armenia in the 1990s, and to children of a Level 1 disabled war veteran. The Armenian community in Austria has been a major supporter of this program. With the sponsorship of the Bogosian and Sons Foundation, the President's Prize was awarded to successful candidates in culture and science, and to young artists. Awards in the category of persons having made a valuable contribution to the recognition of the Armenian genocide were given to Mohammed Hanafi Nasser and Miriam Zaki for the documentary Who Killed the Armenians? and to Peter Balakian for presenting and coverage of the Armenian genocide as a universal problem by means of artistic word. 2016 ended with the traditional telethon in Los Angeles. The hero this year was Andranik Bagdasaryan, who, in addition to past contributions, generously donated $5 million.
Մենք բոլորս բարդավոր ենք, ամեն հայ, ուր որ են, հարուստ, աղքատ, միջակ, տասագարկի, կարևոր չէ։ Օրը այսօր է, հարցակում եմ, վնասվել եմ, վերջը չէ։ Այսօր է օրը, մի սպասեք, ասկի առաջ մեր ծնողները սպասեցին, չարթվեցան, Սուրիայի անաբատներու մեջ կացին, մենք անոնց մե ծնանք, բայց մի շվարիկ պատմությունը գրտնություն է, մենք պետք է շատ հզորը լանք եւ հավատացեք Հայաստան հիմնադրամի պես միություն, գազագերբություն չի գա։
The total dollar amount announced at the conclusion of the telethon includes proceeds from various fundraising campaigns and events. Phonathons in France, Germany, Holland, Switzerland, Greece, and Brazil. The Radiothon in Lebanon. The Gala Dinner in Toronto. Our objective remains the same: to continue the fund's 25 years of service with a greater sense of unity and purpose in support of Artsakh and Armenia.